So this week, I'm gonna show you how I got into the games industry. I'm not talking about when my first games job and how I got into games. Like there's a million videos out there about people in the industry with way more interesting stories than mine about how they got into games. Which really leads back to when I was about 12 and I picked up a copy of RPG Maker 95. It was a piece of software that I could only find a pirated copy of because finding an actual legitimate translated copy of the software was near impossible. And we're gonna go through some of the games I made, and I'm gonna play them. I'll play them with a controller, even though they were not made to be played with a controller. Because no one wants to see me clickety clack around on a dumb little keyboard. Woo! That's not fun. This one's all glowy. We got all these glowy buttons and mechanical keys on a controller. Let's play some games. Alright, so this first one is a game called Blizzard. No correlation to the very famous video game company Blizzard. But yeah, this is a sequel to a really weird movie that I made as a kid, where evil snowmen come to life and start killing people. And I wanted to make a cool action shooter game, but I only knew how to use RPG Maker, so let's just get into it, shall we? It's a wonderful little tune. I took a bunch of famous songs, and this is back when people had flip phones, so when you wanted a ringtone, you'd download a MIDI of a popular song, and I just took instruments out and put other instruments from other songs in. I don't know what all is mixed into this, but it's a lot of top 40 hits all mixed together. Well, that sweet snow effect. Nearly 2,000 years ago, there was a war between men and snow. Though many died, man vanquished the evil. They thought the evil was gone forever. They were wrong. Insanely famous video game music. Oh, that's supposed to be me. Alright, I must have been, I don't know, whatever age I grew my shitty goatee, because I've got my goatee in that picture. They're back! The snowmen! They're back! That idiot dropped the clip out. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know how to be an action star like me. Crap! The roads are flooded! Better take the forest route. It's gonna be packed with these weird snowmen, though. That's the voice I'm imagining that guy has. Striking resemblance, isn't it? These would each have a variable linked to them, like Snowman 1, Snowman 2. The variable represents their damage. And once it hits a certain number, they disappear. And also you can just line them up, rack them and stack them, boys. Yeehaw! I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a shooter game in RPG Maker 2003. That wasn't a thing anyone was really doing. Yeah, instead of learning something like Game Maker that's built for this kind of thing, I stuck to what I knew. This next one is an RPG Maker XP game. It's a little more in-depth, required some actual scripting. Not a lot, but just some Ruby script on the back end. I made this one while I was working at my very first games job at EA Salt Lake. The music in this one is actually made by my very talented friend and actual game composer, Nick Borrego. He's worked on some other titles. I'll put them up right here. They're both really fun. One just released on Steam. It's free. You should play it. It's super awesome. A bunch of my friends worked on it. Top-notch stuff. The other is an old horror project that he worked on 4 years ago. Also really fun, dark, very psychological, and the music is fantastic in that too. So just a shout out, real quick shout out. Try both of those. Both significantly better than this game. But yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's just get into it. You can't die, and you can shoot through walls. It's the same shooting system from Blizzard. I actually carried that over into RPG Maker XP. But A is Oh my god. So yeah, these little dudes, they got little like computer heads. Like the plot was Y2K is happening, and like this secret robotics facility is having a New Year's party for the new millennium, and like something goes wrong, and like all the robots start killing all the scientists and like taking them hostage and stuff. So you're Captain Kick-Ass, who looks a lot like me actually, and he's a mercenary who's sent in to rescue all the scientists and stop these robots. Yeah, and I was really excited that I managed to program a guy that like has a projectile that he can shoot at you. So the shooting system for this, for you, it's called a variable-based shooting system. Basically, it's like scan lines in like Doom, where it takes your position and what direction you're looking in, and it just says if there is an enemy in front of you, they take X amount of damage. This guy, however, it's actually spawns an object that is a projectile, that little orange ball there, every time he shoots. And that projectile just is constantly moving whatever direction he was facing. It's getting stuck in the wall there. Yeah, see, it's pretty cool. I was proud of that. I know it's not like... There's people who make things way more complicated in a different engine, but, you know, this RPG Maker, and that's what I made it in. Okay, so that ball guy, he moves faster than all of the others. I think they're just kind of... AI is not great. They're all just kind of clumped together down there. But he moves faster than you do, and if he catches you, he explodes and does like a shitload of damage. And then you take a whole bunch of damage. Alright, so that's all of my RPG Maker games. The whole point I'm trying to make here is that if you want to make a game, you can make a game. It can be at a really low hobbyist level like this, but it's a great way to just get started and figure out if you can translate your ideas into actual game mechanics. Making these games made me realize that I want to be a part of the games industry, and so I just stuck to what I wanted to do, which is video editing and motion graphics, into a way that I could get into the games industry, and now I've worked for Telltale Games for 2 years. Pick up a copy of RPG Maker. You can get a copy of RPG Maker 2003, which is the one that most of these games were built on, for like 10 bucks on Steam. It's super easy. You can just open it up and start making stuff. Go out and make some games. I'd love to see what you guys can make.